Hey guys, all right, back for part 2 of the basics of your discovery call. So the first part is about building the leverage for you to get to the actual sale where you're going to present and all that stuff. And so where we left off before, after you've really discovered who they are, what their situation is, what their goals are and their vision is, what's stopping them from getting there, and then what are the consequences if they don't. Once we have that whole story, we've built the gap emotionally as large as we can. We've gone through the transition with the gaining commitment. If there was a way for you to get from here to there with all that emotion, and somebody could help you and really walk hand in hand, side by side with you in this step-by-step type of program to get you to the promised land, how soon or how quickly would you want to get started? Lower your tone. How quickly would you like to get started? And they say right away. And you say, great. But before I go and tell you about the product and what's going on here, let me find out. And this is where the magic occurs, right here. This is where the magic occurs. I call it self-selling. And you want to ask them, before you go into your pitch, you ask them, in essence, what do you want from a guy like me? What do you want if you're looking for a consultant or if you're looking for a coach? What would be the best situation for you? You know, what are you looking for? What do you want out of this relationship? What would be the exact perfect situation for you in this type of world that we're in? I'm not sure what you're doing right now. What do you want? And have them tell you, oh my gosh, I want, once a week, a one-on-one. I'd like some videos in the background. I'd like some, be able to contact you at any time. I'd like some group coaching. That would be a perfect situation for me. I'd like it to be only 3 months because I can't commit that long. That's the type of thing. Whatever they say, once they're telling you exactly what they want. And once they tell you exactly what they want, then you go to the next step and just get into the offer by saying, based on what you're saying, I think our program almost perfectly aligns with what you're looking for. Would you like me to tell you how it works right now? And they say yes, and they've just given you permission. And the discovery call has ended in your mind, and now we're selling. Now we're closing. Okay, now we're going to make it all happen. And that's where you drop the offer, and we'll talk about that in detail in another video. You give them the price, and then you overcome objections. And I'm just going to stay on this for 1 second. That overcoming objections, that's not an add-on. That is part of the sale. If they don't object, you overcome objections. You got to check this one off just as much. This is an old school. I have a Black & Decker workmate that's holding this thing up. Back when I was a kid, everybody had these. Dads used to work in their garage and they would have these Black & Decker workmates and they're always there sawing on something. So I have an old one here that I'm doing. This thing's incredibly heavy, and so I'm using that. Anyhow, so you make your offer, you give the price, and when you give the price, most people, before they're in this type of program, you basically drop the price and pray. Oh, I hope they want to. I hope they say yes. I hope they say yes. I hope they say yes. No more of that. In fact, if they say, oh, that sounds good, you got work to do. It's right there. So your objections, we have a whole section on objections, and you're going to learn to love them as I do. When I get to this point, a smile comes on my face. I go, baby, here we go. I love to overcome objections. And you will also. This is the whole thing, part 2. The first part is to build leverage. The second part, gain commitment and close. This all should take 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So once you get into the objections and you're ready to roll here. But the difference between salespeople, there's a difference between salespeople and closers. Closers scale their business and make a lot of money. Salespeople are constantly following up. The reason why we're kind of brutal with this discovery call is because, like I say, their time is valuable. Your time is very valuable. One of the biggest time wasters in most any company is salespeople who are building they think they have a big pipeline, but it's really just a pipe dream. And they spend a lot of money following up and chasing people who are not ready yet. Not bad people, you're not bad. They're just not ready yet. Better to have a small pipeline than a big pipe dream. It'll kill you over time in sales. All right, there's the Discovery Call Basics. We'll see you on the next video. You go get them today.